So, Jong-Hyun was in random.
Yeah, Jong-Hyun is a random player, in fact. I just knew that he was starting as Terran in this game. So yeah, we have in the left of our map here of Bridgehead, we have the random player from Montpellier, Jong-Hyun.
I'm going to let you do the second one because I don't know where he's from. So.
All right. And in the right, we have from Ubisoft Pune, the turquoise Terran.
Teal.
The teal Terran. Yeah. Amen.
So there's no well, there's some tricky spots on that map, which is on the natural bases is covered by a rock that can be destructed. So if they want to go a fast expand, they need to be careful for that rocks.
Yeah, but at the same time, honestly, in TvT, it's a lot easier, I would say, to defend. Like you would not send that easily, like 8 Marines to kill it. Usually it's easy to make it to put a depot back there. So I really think CC first in TvT on this map is good. However, Amen cannot know that because he doesn't know if his opponent is Zerg yet, so he can't go CC first.
That's a super huge point actually right now. And also those destructible rocks on the main ramp, which has the same HP as a supply depot.
The same as a supply depot, is it?
Yes,
okay.
It's 400. Yeah.
Okay, so that must explode pretty fast to Banelings.
Yes, exactly. Sadly, well, he might think that the other player is playing as a Zerg, so he might think maybe a Baneling bus, but until he scout him, we won't really know.
Yeah, so the two players here starting with a rather similar build. However, Jong-Hyun is going to start with 2 barracks already, so not going for the 14cc instead. He's going to go aggressive, expecting probably 1 Rex expand.
Yep. And there's not that many space to come in for a Reaper, so basically Reaper build is not that good on that map. Yeah, that's basically the only place.
Amen will still be able to slip in his Reaper that will start very soon here, going to Jong-Hyun's base. Meanwhile, Jong-Hyun seems to go for is that a 3rd barracks? Yeah, it seems like he's making a 3rd barracks. So this is probably going to be for a very early push with around 8 Marines. There's no gas yet for Jong-Hyun, so really a very early push with Marines. But it's that, I think that's bad actually. He might be scouted here by the Reaper.
Yeah, exactly. So his push will not have that punch surprise that could come from it.
The only question is if the bunker will be done in time. If it is, then there will be no problem for Amen.
Because you see the 2 racks right now. He doesn't see the 3rd one, which is back at the back of the base.
Yeah, you could, seeing that barracks, you could still think the CC would be back, but the timing is a bit off. Like, if the barracks was a bit less advanced, then it could be a 1 Rex expand with a 2nd barracks.
It's totally true. Oh, and you see 2 Marines, so that would be...
Wow! So the Reaper got too much damage, and now he won't be able to... He did see 3 Marines, however.
Yeah,
those are a bit early.
2 Marines, I think.
Yeah, no, but he saw the 3rd Marine going down from the ramp.
Okay, yeah.
So that depends...
4 Marine, maybe.
So the question is now on Eamon's knowledge.
He does the bunker. He did start 2 bunkers at his base.
So he knows. Amen knows his timings, and he saw that there were a bit too many Marines for this early game, and he's going to be ready. He's going to have his bunker in place. He should probably place... Oh, I think he already has a supply depot at the back of the expansion, in front of the expansion.
Yes,
so
and he also has the expansion.
So he's already ready.
Yeah.
So it seems like Amen is gonna start with a good lead here in this game.
Yeah, he's if he doesn't suicide his Reaper.
Yeah,
and he has a what?
That cheeky Reaper here going
did
around.
A bunker on the lower level.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Maybe he intended it to catch a few seconds from those Marines. Maybe he didn't think it would be ready in time.
Yeah, but with that placement, like if you take your Marines out and then you want to put them up on the other bunkers, they're just gonna die while moving from one place to the other. Oh, it's just for the Reaper? Okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the way I see it, it could be to delay the opponent. But at this point, Jong-Hyun sees that it's too late. But already before this, Jong-Hyun, having been scouted, has already... Oh, he's gonna lose 1 more Marine. He really can't afford to lose that many Marines. He should go back. He knows that his opponent's defense is gonna be solid enough.
And it's actually super bright because the Reaper was shooting all the time, and like you don't want to kill that bunker because it's kind of useless.
Yeah, and now with the salvage, well, there we go. We have that defense was only 25 minerals.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Good work here from Amen. Sorry, but Jong-Hyun, having been scouted, had a plan. He saw that he had been scouted, so he responded by expanding, and already his 2nd CC is done. So he hasn't given up yet.
Well, already there, like, he's a bit behind on the timing of the CC, which is good for Eamon. But as on the worker lead,
but the Reaper is gonna move in into the Marines and lose that precious information he could have gotten from the enemy base.
But they are equal on the number of workers. So, like, this game is right now is equal. Like, let's say.
Yeah. I'm surprised by that. Jong-Hyun managed to keep his macro up behind this, because he's basically like, if you consider the minerals he has, 700 minerals, and they're equal in supply. Jong-Hyun has been able to macro a bit better than his opponent behind this.
Yep, and Eamon is going for the starport earlier than Jong-Hyun, and also the steam is going on for both players. So
yeah, but note that Jong-Hyun has already went for his third gas, so that's a very early third gas. He's going for medevacs and upgrades, it seems like. Meanwhile, in Eamon's base, we see he already started stim, and he's just now starting his 2 engineering base without starting a gas at his expansion. So he's going to be lacking a bit in gas in this build.
yeah, and he got scout. So Jong-Hyun know everything. You see that he's going with 2 engineering base, so 2 upgrades.
Yeah, it seems that Eamon went with a tank, probably saw the Marines and thought some all-in could be coming, and because of that he decided to make a defensive tank. But again, maybe it's because he likes tanks in TvT and just wants to go bio tank, which is a very stable build.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm pretty sure he knows that Jong-Hyun is going bio, because he did create 3 barracks, so that's kind of out of the question, and Eamon saw.
But
everything.
looks like Eamon didn't try quite swallow to be the target here in this game, and he probably wants to be aggressive towards his opponent. He's making a second or a third tank, is it? A second tank. And he looks like he's going to want to push on this timing. Maybe he's going to come right in time as 1-1, which would be a great timing to do damage to an opponent who's going pure Marine.
And I think, I'm not sure if Jong-Hyun only have 1 engineering bay, because I think I saw 2 in construction, but he's only researching from 1.
He's only researching for 1, but the other building was the starport.
Yeah, maybe I'm mistaken.
Yeah, so Jong-Hyun here is going to be a bit behind on the upgrades, but he sees the push at least. So now he knows that his opponent was pushing. But he's going for a double drop.
Yeah. But like, if that double drop doesn't do any damage, and if Eamon is going back. Okay,
yeah,
so he's playing
Eamon
safe.
chose to go back, which is a good idea, because even though he doesn't know that the double drop is coming, this is the correct reaction to the double drop. Maybe he's smelling the danger. But no, he's gonna go around. He's gonna go again.
And that drop is definitely gonna do damage.
Oh yeah, definitely. There's the 2 barracks here that are gonna be stopped. So this is less macro already for Eamon, but already the reflex is pretty good. So he's sending the SCVs away. Of course, those Marines are gonna try to intercept them, but they're gonna get only a few, like 1, 2, or 3 kills.
I think it only got 2 kills.
But the tanks were not in siege mode. He's gonna lose 1 tank. And he's gonna
nice macro.
Yeah, he's lifting it, but the medevac has been killed.
But actually, that saved just enough time for the Marines to come in, because all the Marines were trying to focus the tank. So he managed to clean out that force without taking too many damage.
Yeah,
that
and
was
we see
awesome.
here Eamon stimming and kiting forward. So really managing to kill 1 of the 2 medevacs of his opponent. So that's really good. He managed to save most of that damage, I would say, by getting the medevac. However, he did lose 2 tanks and 1 medevac. So if he wants to push, that's going to delay his push by a lot. And now we can see that Jong-Hyun's supply has really went higher than his opponent. His macro, he seems to have an advantage in macro. His SCV timings are on the spot. And he already has 4 tanks, 3 Marauders, and 12 Marines.
He has 10 workers. Well, Jong-Hyun has a 10 worker lead, which is kind of good at that point. With only a 37 or 27 workers, 30 workers, it's kind of a good difference at that point.
And what do you do when you have a lead on 2 bases?
All in?
No.
Choo-choo train? Choo-choo train?
Choo-choo train is an option, but
you take a third base.
More likely you do like Artosis teaches you to, and you get more ahead.
Or you take an Artosis panel. But in that case, it's only
in TvT, that would be very hard, yeah. So we see here Jong-Hyun thinking about the Artosis pylon, not quite
Maybe
sure.
Phoenix will come back and say, hey, here's a pylon, and I'm going to die again. I don't know.
Yeah, but here we see, so Jong-Hyun being heavy in tanks, he's still making tanks. He's going for armor on both his vehicles.
No,
so the vehicles and the air, I believe.
No, that's armor for building.
Is it?
That's the armor for building.
True, my bad. Yeah, that is the upgrade for
the
buildings.
+2 armor for buildings, which is Interesting.
So this is taking this game is taking up steam.
Oh no,
I
he
would say.
cancelled it.
Oh, but
did
there
he
we go.
cancel
So
it? No.
Jong-Hyun is gonna go in, but is he gonna be able to scout that drop? The drop is moving out. I don't know if the Marine of Jong-Hyun was there to scout it, but I'm not sure. So Eamon is gonna go for a drop. I don't know with how many medevacs. Oh, the Marine here.
Finally, he's gonna kill that marker. He's been there for the whole time.
Yeah, but there we go. So now he knows. Eamon knows because of the range of the turret. So he knows that his opponent is there, sieging up. He scans. He knows. And there's going to be, 2 tanks on the high ground. Oh, but he can't drop on that high ground, I think. So he's going to be able to force, but here on the low ground.
And that's a nice siege position.
Yeah, that is a nice siege position. But if Eamon had a few more tanks, he would be able to, there we go. He's going to go right there and siege. But however, this prevents mining for a while. Now Jong-Hyun could just go back. He has to go back. He can't.
No, he's going to sacrifice a lot of stuff.
And now he's going to lose 1. And 2 medevacs. And 3 medevacs.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's a lot of damage.
And the tank doesn't have any vision. Yeah. So the tank will be dropped
he's
on.
going to be able to drop. Oh my god, this is so good for him. And he's going to be able to come back because of this.
He's taking a huge lead. Oh, but there's still 4 tanks to kill him.
Yeah, that is.
And the other medevac is... Okay, now he's not holding.
Tanks on siege could fight Marines.
Yeah, actually, they can. And yeah, but he's going to clear that force. And he didn't lose anything almost.
Yeah, so Eamon here really taking the advantage on the micro side. However, even during that, even though like Jong-Hyun was making 3 SCVs at a time, really the advantage is in the macro here. He was macroing behind this. He started the +2 defense. It's almost done. And there's the remaining of the bio upgrades. And the 2-2 is going to start for Eamon here.
Seriously, Eamon needs to try to drop somewhere. Like, he hasn't had any vision on his enemy for quite some time. And he doesn't know about anything.
Yeah.
He doesn't have any vision.
But look, there's a mistake here. I did a small mistake. It's actually, I think Jong-Hyun is making the upgrade of defense. And that soon... Eamon will be 2-2 to his enemies 1-1. I believe the upgrades are 1-1 on Jong-Hyun's troops here. This could be key in this engagement if he decides to move in, and he does. So he split, and he's gonna go back. All right, so that was kind of a close fight, but the Marauders are not as good against Marines as medevacs are to support Marines.
Exactly.
So Jong-Hyun here reading the situation correctly and pulling back. But I don't know if Eamon can do damage. Jong-Hyun really has a big army, and he's producing a lot from his bases.
And he's just saturated. And Eamon
But
is
what
not.
are the upgrades on the Marine? Could we confirm the upgrades on the Marines of Jong-Hyun here?
It's 1-2.
Now it's 1-1 to 1-1. Yeah. But Eamon's is soon going to be 2-2. Okay. So she should not, well, soon, in about like 20 seconds. So it's not the right time to attack right now. He should wait for 2-2, and maybe he can just break his opponent. At this point, given that his third is not mining that well right now because there's not that many workers. Oh, well, there's still 12 workers.
The power of Mule.
Yeah, indeed. So, but already Jong-Hyun is going for his 4th, and that drop could do a lot of damage.
What? He lift? Or did he lost it?
No. He lifted the CC. It seems like I don't know if
and he's getting
CC
drop
is
on
the main base, but yeah, now Jong-Hyun really taking the lead with this drop, taking his opponent unaware. Eamon was out of position on the map, and with this he's gonna lose one of his only mining bases. Does he have another CC in his main? I'm not even sure.
I think he only has another one. That's all.
I'm not even sure. Yeah, that's his only other CC, but he doesn't manage to kill it. And there we go.
And
the Marines
he's gonna
are running
lose a lot. He's running into the tanks.
Oh my god, yeah.
Ouch.
Kiting in the front.
He's gonna lose everything.
Yeah, like there were too many things here.
There were 4 tanks
in the front, but the army of Jong-Hyun was very big. And
then he's gonna lose the CC.
Oh my god, if he loses the CC, it's gonna be. Oh my god, this is terrible damage. I think this move here, the attack of the only expansion that was on the Vaden, I mean, not scouted,
and he's gonna drop on tank.
Defend it. I think that's gonna be too much damage.
That's it. Like, I don't see how he can go back from that.
Wow. So Jong-Hyun really showing us good macro and good attacks against his opponent. Managing to get the advantage with this good.
He's not scared of doing drops, because this game is drop basically.
And I would say like this is even more impressive considering that Jong-Hyun is a random player.
Oh, okay, yeah,
like, usually in TvT you could see other builds, but he's really going for this standard Marine tank build with a bit less upgrades to his opponent, but more macro oriented. So really Jong-Hyun here showing that he knows how to play Terran.
Maybe it's his best
Yeah,
maybe
that
matchup
could
or
be the case. I don't know sadly what Jong-Hyun's best race is, but there we go. Now the advantage, the advantage has become incredible.
Right now, I'm just wondering what Heyman tried to do. Like, was it the last game of their best?
No,
of
this
three?
is the first game.
Oh, this is the first game. So he's really trying maybe
to
to just kill time and try to think about the next game.
Yeah, he could be
unless
thinking
he
about how to break his opponent.
Yeah, okay, so he saw the rest of the army. I think he thought that it was all the army.
Oh, he might have thought that the drop was only the full army. Yeah, but it wasn't. So Jong-Hyun here really showing a macro higher than his platinum or even gold league. I believe he's technically gold league in this replay. So he's really showing a better macro than his level.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what I'm thinking? Like when he did the +2 armor on all of the building, he was focusing on doing drops. So maybe what he was trying to do is provoke the base trade. And with that, it would like, oh, I would be faster than you are.
Yeah, with 3 medevacs, it's usually pretty risky against an opponent to go to go for such a big drop if your opponent is attacking you. However, in TvT, it's a bit different. If this would be, for instance, PvT, he could hope he could drop with three medevacs and then hope for a base trade. Because it would be hard to defend. But in TvT, however, with tanks, he can fortify the situation at his third. So he can drop just enough troops to be sure to do damage, while at the same time still hoping to defend his opponent's attack. So that's probably what he thought. I have enough to defend against my opponent's push. I know where he is. I'm going to drop in the background. So good tactical decision here by Jong-Hyun, taking the lead.
And nice positioning also.
In this deciding game. It's a decided match.
So I'm not sure about the next. Are we still on the same?
Yeah, so this is going to be the same best of 3.
Okay.
So we're going to follow in this best of 3. The second game is going to play on Moonlight Madness. This is still a 2-player map, and we're going to have Jong-Hyun randoming again. So let's see what race is going to get. And
that map does have the proper name for it. With the 2 bases in the back that can be with the rocks and everything.
Tricky map. Oh, it looks like Jong-Hyun is Zerg, and he decides to go with a drone. He could have 6-pulled.
Yep, he could have. So let's present the players once more.
Yes, of course. So in the top right, we have our player from Montpellier. Am I saying this right? Yeah, I believe it's Montpellier. We have playing random as Zerg, the red Zerg, Jong-Hyun.
And on the bottom left corner of the map, we have our Pune player, if I'm not mistaken, being as the... Whoa, why is this blue? And
this is
just the bug.
This is the pink Terran? No.
Yeah, it's the pink Terran, but the color is so blue. Well, okay, maybe it's just the color.
Yeah, light purple. Light purple Terran.
That weird color Terran? Amen.
Who knows if that could... like affect his build. Like, what color am I building? What am I making?
What am I doing here?
We will see if that will disrupt him, but now he doesn't know what race his opponent. So again, he's gonna go for this standard 1 racks on 1 base, and that's like that's what you do against random. You wall. Like
you never know.
Other choices.
Yeah, you never know, and that's something like. He doesn't know that.
And again, he's going to go for the Reaper.
You can freak. Like, Reaper is a good opportunity just to scout. And like, what am I playing against?
As a Terran, the Reaper Expand is very versatile against all 3 races. It manages to get a good scout, and it's enough to hold Zerglings if there's any kind of swallowing rush coming your way. So I would say it's a pretty stable build here. It's a good build to play against random, I would say.
Yeah, but it's still... And Atch first?
That's a pretty early drone scout, actually. Well, yeah, Atch first against Terran. So the standard opening, he's going for gas before pull here. So that's interesting. He's going to go for early speed, maybe a few speedlings to get a scouting information, to know what his opponent is up to.
That also means that the Reaper might be able to do some damage, because Queen will be out in a long time.
Yeah, Queen will be out a bit later. We'll see if that affects.
We'll see if the Jong-Hyun is on point for the micro of the drones and doing spores.
Yeah, because he certainly has shown that his macro, at least as a Terran, is up to par with his opponents. But we'll see how his macro is faring if the Reaper gets there before the Zerglings do. But now I'm thinking, you know what? Maybe he's going for Speedlings also to attack the rocks behind the base. Because on this map, it's hard to...
Yes.
Oh, but looks like Eamon did choose to kill the drone instead of... So that's a pretty regular choice. Yeah. Sometimes you don't want the Zerg opponent to scout your on-Rex expand already. So you want to clear the drone before getting a scout in. Maybe you're going to do less damage. You're less sure to do damage, but it gives you more guarantee of not being scouted. And there we go, the one-Rex expanded is as...
Pretty standard.
Yeah.
With the follow-up
and there we go, the Reaper's going to move in. So there's already 2 Zerglings here to help him. The 2 Zerglings up the ramp, you know, not interfering too much. Oh, but he's going to be able to... Is he going to be able to save the drone? He's pulling it at the last seconds, and no, it's not going to be enough. And so he's going to lose 1 drone, and the Reaper is still doing damage here. It looks like there's 4 more Zerglings being made, but across those 2 Zerglings, the Queen is late. So there's... Oh, 1 other drone is going to fall, and 1 Zergling too.
And I think... and that's missing his macro, because he's not doing the Speedling, or like he's not using the gas. He's just accumulating gas.
Oh,
so I think it's missing his macro.
Yeah, the Reaper really missing with Jong-Hyun's timing. So he now has 250 gas. I don't think this was intentional. There we go. He goes for speed. He goes for the lair.
Why not? Like you have a lot of gas. Well, let's do the lair.
Go for the earlier lair. What can you do with that? You can go for roach speed. You can go for baneling speed. You can also go for early Spire, although it's been a while since I've seen the early Spire against Terran. Oh, you know, could still work.
Yeah, but so you can surprise your opponent with doing that.
But Eamon scouts, and we saw Eamon in the other game really scouting his opponent's build and being able to respond to his timings.
That's Overlord speed, right? It's not like...
Is it transportation or overload speed? It's transportation.
Whoa.
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 Oh, but the turret, the turret on this map is very wide.
Yeah, he has a lot of space.
Oh, but he has to left the slidey ball here, and there we go, just in time, just to be able to get a few more strikes on those and there you go. He's not going to lose the SCV. Marine micro here. Eamon, really impressive micro, I would say. He shows confidence. He didn't even lose 1 Marine or SCV in that engagement.
But he's going to be surprised by that Roach drop. That's going to be surprising.
But surprised by a what? Sorry?
The Roach drop.
Oh.
He's building Roach.
Wow.
So that can hurt a lot. Oh, especially if it's dropped right on top of the Marines and like the SCVs.
Oh, but wait. Was the lair canceled?
Yeah, he canceled the lair to do the Overlord drop. Overall transport, and then he start back the
I thought
he
had started it on his second actually.
Okay, that might be true, but no, he didn't scout it. The Reaper didn't scout it.
Yeah, the Reaper did scout the expansion.
Sorry.
Yeah,
sorry about that.
Yeah, so Eamon here being close in supply to his opponent, but Jong-Hyun being a bit ahead, you know, as you could expect of Zerg in this point, and using the Overlord speed.
Oh no, so it's Overlord speed.
It was in the end Overlord speed.
Okay, so sorry, like we were on our top, like, oh, it's gonna be drops and everything. Oh, it's just a speed.
We don't know the icons by heart. That is a confession.
And sadly, on the replays, we don't have the proper information. I think by holding control, you can see the information.
Yeah, but there we go. So the roaches are out, and
they're not scaled by the Reaper.
Oh,
that's going to be huge.
The Reaper, if it was placed a bit more to the right, he would know. But those roaches are going to be attacked. This map is really traitorous for those builds. This tight space here where the roaches got in.
And the roach
really heated his game.
Yeah, and the roach will take those rocks pretty quickly.
This tiny space might be game here. I mean, Eamon is not going to expect it. Like, is he going to be able to but the alien drop should do a lot of damage here.
Yeah. The queens, where are the queens?
There's 1 queen here. He's going to try to defend. And there's a few drones. Oh, but
the drones are lining up.
Oh my god. Oh, he's lining up the drones.
That hurts.
The micro here from Jong-Hyun really lacking a bit. as
Ouch.
he lines up the drones in front of the Hellions, being like, you know, oh yeah, we heard there was a Korean barbecue. Did you invite us tonight? You know, they told us we were invited to the Korean barbecue. Let's line up and make sure we have our places.
How
But-
many drones were down? Just
Oh,
quickly.
but there we go. We're going to have a small warning here with
Elephant
the
drones.
Zerglings
Ouch.
attacking. And now Eamon knows that something is up because those
Yeah.
Zerglings, this is not normal. He's
Yeah,
going to
you
go
won't
for
have
the
time
wall,
through the
but
wall,
there's
no.
no time. And where are Eamon's army here? He's probably going to go up the ramp, but there's only Hellions.
Yeah, there's only
He
the
had
aliens. Yeah.
no idea about those roaches, and the aliens are gonna die very fast. Eamon here really in a difficult situation. Even though he managed to do some damage, there's so many roaches here.
You have
He
to
was
wait
not
for the
ready this.
marauders, but
Oh my god, and all of the Zerg army here is going in. So again, this map really treacherous. Eamon did not
focusing
put
the marauder. No.
no. Eamon did not.
Oh, the mine! Ouch!
The mine, even not helping Eamon. The mine saying, "Oh, you're losing, then I'm leaving your army."
Oh.
And there we go. That's gonna be
Wow.
a 2-0 for Jong-Hyun. So very good games here between our two players. Though
Wow.
this group was very well fought for second place. But now both Dragos, Florent Sandrou, and Jong-Hyun managed to go to tie for 4 points, and with less game losses, with this 2-0 win,
Oh, okay.
Jong-Hyun managed to qualify.
And seriously, it's even though if it's a 2-0, it's not like completely destroyed. It was just a question of a Reaper misly plays. Like the Reaper was a
Yeah,
bit more to the right.
exactly.
You see
Yeah.
the push, you do Marauders, that push is completely nullified.
Yeah,
Completely.
And we see Jong-Hyun, like in the first game, the supply depot was put at the backdoor rocks. Like this time,
True.
it looks like maybe he didn't play enough of this map. We know that a lot of the players in our tournament have not practiced like 1,000 ladder games in the last 2 weeks.
That's true.
So of course, when you're faced with a new map, sometimes some things like that can surprise you. But as soon as he saw the Zerglings, you can see he tried to put the depots, but it was too late.
Exactly. But even though they may be not playing on those maps often, but they still choose Bridgehead and the Madness map.
Yeah, we didn't
but-
get to see who picked the map exactly. Sometimes the players just pick
But
them.
they're still like
But,
pretty new, so it's kind of
yeah.
surprising not knowing what are those bands. They
Yeah,
still
so
choose
Jong-Hyun here showing that he knows how to play random. Really,
and how to use
showing
the
that,
maps.
Yeah, he used the maps to his advantage, going for those roaches. He did, however, respond. Well, Eamon did have a few tricks up his sleeve, especially with his good Reaper micro at the start of this game. But he's gonna fall 2-0 to this opponent.
Yep. I'm not sure which map is gonna be and which match is gonna be next.
So the next is gonna be the decider match from Group 1, actually, between Matsai and Draymond.
So yourself,
Yes, yeah, I actually happen to be in
Please.
this match.
please don't spoil anything.
I
So
will not spoil anything.
Do you win?
All right. So so here we see Matsai in the bottom right, player from Montreal.
I would have
Diamond
introduced him.
player.
I
You could have
know.
introduced, yeah. So well, you can go for it.
Oh, I guess. Well, on the bottom right corner, Matsai from Montreal as a red Terran. Sorry, I completely messed up that.
And in the top left, playing for
Montpellier, I guess, because he talk in French.
yeah, it is. It's either Montpellier or the other.
Is that
French team.
Annecy? Annecy?
I think it was for Annecy. I should check. There were a few French players here on our tournament.
As the-
Sorry if I get that wrong.
As the top
studio.
top left Terran player, as the orange or yellow if you look in the screen. Man, those colors are messy. Orange player, it's Draymond.
Yeah, Draymond here. So Damien Levaufre. So this game is a decider in the sense that if this match is a decider in the sense that if Draymond wins 2-0, he will go to the next round. If Matsai wins, he will go to the next round, and if Draymond wins 2-1, then there's gonna be one more tiebreaker match between those two that we would cast Friday if that would be the case, if that happens.
Too many if. So both Terrans. So
Yeah, we already see a difference in the builds here. That's a very early gas.
yeah, true. So, whoa. I'm
Yeah,
not
so-
sure what to think about it. Like Reaper and
Yeah, it looks like Draymond went for a very early gas. Usually this could mean Cloak Banshee. This could mean a very early factory, something like a Tor Rush. But the timing on the gas, yeah, really, he sends an SCV away. So this could be for a proxy factory or some kind of proxy starport. So that's when you get the.
We don't see that too often.
Yeah, we do not.
Yeah.
But against the Diamond player here, Draymond looks like he wants to pitch into his bag of tricks.
Yeah, and try to take an edge on that best of 3.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Matsai here is gonna go for a Reaper. So so standard, trying to scout his opponent, trying to see what's up.
And still walling against the Terran?
Yep.
Yeah.
Still wanting against the Terran to make sure that scout doesn't get in.
Oh, interesting. Not everybody that's walling, and as you can see, Draymond didn't
Yeah,
wall.
indeed. You can also win a few seconds if you choose to put the barracks closer to your command center. However, I really like to deny information.
Especially on Terran versus Terran, which...
Yeah, and there we go. We have the 2 SCVs dueling, but there's a Reaper near, and that SCV will not last long. Oh, but will he be able to get the SCV though? No.
That was wishful thinking.
And I think even the SCV was the one that got the kill. So so Matsai here is going to be able to take the CC. This could be risky against an aggressive opening of his opponent. But what is Draymond going for in the end?
And he's keeping the Reaper at his base to try to get the Reaper when he jumps in.
It looks like Draymond in the end stopped mining gas and did not make a factory. Is that right? Oh, but the Reaper here being placed for Draymond defensively. He knew the Reaper would come this way. He knew that this is the spot where the Reaper goes in.
Oh,
and
you
he
didn't
takes
scout
advantage of
anything.
the Reaper. Yeah. So I didn't manage to scout anything. So at this point, all I know is that my opponent SCV scouted and then made a Reaper defensively.
And it's going to be a Mass Reaper. It's going to be a Mass Reaper because he's creating, like, so far I think he's on 4 Reapers and, well, he's on 3 Reapers and creating 2 more.
Yeah, so the gas was probably stopped mining for a while here because I think you don't need that much gas for the double Reaper build. But this is a very deadly build. If you take your opponent unaware with the double Reaper, it can hurt a lot. Especially if you get to kill the first Marines. So right now Matsai is going for, well, I could say I guess I could take the first person. So I'm going for an eBay behind this 3 barracks. So going for standard biomacro.
But you haven't scouted the Reaper yet. And,
Yeah,
but you
and
still
there we
have a
go.
lot of people, like a lot of army to defend from that.
So there we go. The 3 Reapers are going to come in, and there's already 4 Marines. So the 4 Marines plus 1 Reaper are going to be able to defend. And now I know that the attack is coming. How is Draymond going to react to this?
I'm not sure. He's not doing anything.
Yeah, now having 600 minerals in his gas, maybe thinking of expanding, taking expansion. But he's instead going to go for the CC, but also for the starport.
But the turret, like, what did he scout? Like, there's no reason for it to create a turret. He didn't sell any... oh, maybe he didn't scout the second base, so maybe he's thinking about a drop.
Yeah, maybe he thinks that there's still potential for Banshee here, or that he likes to have this defense in case of who knows mine drops and turrets. Sometimes it's good to do early like this. But now with that, but looks like with those 4 Reapers might take me unaware. But the Marines on the low ground are going to be able to defend to come back.
Yeah, he could have sniped like maybe a couple of the Marines on top and not try to go under. Yeah.
But instead he tried to go for the expansion, maybe thinking that the troops were out on the map, which they were not.
And he's going with Banshees.
Yep.
So
and there we
with
go.
or without cloak, I guess it's gonna be with cloak. But he did scout that you had a eBay. So
yeah, and I don't know if he scouted it, but now I am supply blocked, so stuck on 46 supply. The Reaper is making but there's been a subtle supply drop. So
that's all right. You dropped the supply extension.
you need to take measures necessary.
The bunker will just repeal those guys.
And already losing a Reaper, so here
doing some damage though.
From Draymond, but he managed to get 1, 2, and even 3 SCVs here.
Nice.
So good damage here. Managed to know how many SCVs were in the expansion.
And he managed to save them, so it's pretty good.
Yeah, good move in here from Draymond, who was gonna go a big up in supply, back up in supply. Wants to take back the advantage here this game, and that's definitely a way to do it. But will he go for an earlier turn?
Like right now, that Benchy needs to do a lot of damage because you are creating a big army with good upgrades, and he's still trying to do like some poke damage army, and he doesn't have any real army. He just has 2 mines.
So we can see already that my 1-1 is making, Stem is making. So so really, once my macro is up, the Benchy would need to do a lot of damage, and our turret's going up in my base. It looks like no.
Nope, not yet. But you still have a scan. Will you drop the mule and just have no scan for
That's the
25
one
seconds?
situation in which you always regret to be on top of your macro with
and
the
all
mules.
your army is all moving out. So I don't think you have anything in your base to defend from those Benchies.
So
that Benchy.
already, did I see those Reapers here? The army is moving in, so I know that my opponent expanded probably at this point. So I'm moving to my opponent's base, scanning, seeing the expansion, seeing that there's not a lot of defense except for 2 mines.
And a planetary
so I'm probably
fortress.
gonna move it, and there's the Benchy moving in. Oh, going back here.
Because you saw maybe the planetary fortress.
Was there an attack in my base, or?
No, I think you saw the planetary fortress and like, oh, it's gonna.
Oh yeah. I was surprised, very surprised at that point to see a planetary fortress in the expansion. So I knew.
Oh, you're not reacting. You're not reacting on those that Benchy.
Yeah, and looks like there's a few units here to be able to see the Benchy, but is the scan available? It looks like the turret is making it, the scan is available, and there we go, the Benchy is going to be killed. So thanks to the stim here, and the other remaining Marines, 1 Benchy and 2 Reapers have been killed. So that's really a relief for me.
And the turrets are going down, but they won't be there quick enough.
Not
and you don't have any
energy left.
Yeah, energy left for
there's
these scans.
almost enough energy. Oh no, there's been a mule just thrown.
Yep,
I just threw a mule.
And those double turret at the.
Yeah, and those 2 turrets are not done. Oh, but 1 turret is going to be able to be done just in time. That could have done a lot of damage if not.
Yes. Well, I think you lose quite some SCVs there, like maybe 5 or 6.
And during that time, Draymond's macro being able to be efficient. Even though the Benchy harass was done, like now the Draymond is really stabilizing on 2 bases, going for well, I don't know how many units he was making, but now he's it seems like he's not making any. But his SCV macro seems to be on point.
Yeah, he's getting back because he was like at 22 for some time, and you were at 30, 35. So he didn't manage to even it up, which is pretty nice. Oh, now 8 SCV difference, so it's not that bad.
Yeah, it's not that bad. So the
but
difference is
he does
the
have
army, though.
Yeah, but he has a planetary, so he has 1 mule less. So you have an advantage.
So here the planetary does affect Draymond's macro, as we can see in the supply, even in the supply count. There's already 100 supply for me.
Yep.
So I'm meeting 2 medivacs and starting research on +1. Meanwhile, +2. Meanwhile, Draymond is almost done with +1.
You have you're 1-1 and he's 0-0, which it's not that bad, but if you
so already it's gonna be hard for Draymond to come back from this advantage in macro.
Well, he's so behind because all of his tentative attack, Benchies, Reapers didn't do that much damage. You took a good lead in terms of workers and army.
Yeah,
you managed to lose nothing.
If Draymond wants to take back the advantage here, he has to be able to kill those medivacs. That's one way in which. Oh, and it looks like the Benchy was following them. Maybe the Benchy managed to spot them. But will he react in time? He only has Widow Mines to put in place. Oh, but
the turrets.
I'm going to decide to still go
right on
the turrets
right there. That's a
huge deal. The medivacs are going to die. But the Marines are still going to be able to do a few damage. So a few SCVs are falling. Looks like about 5 SCVs fell. And the Widow Mines are coming back. But there's no Marines here for Draymond to be able to come back. Meanwhile, Draymond is attacking in my base. And with the double drop, there's...
but he didn't drop it.
Sent them in mood. He could have done so much damage here with the move command here from the drop.
And you did a nice split on your Marines, so the mines wouldn't hit your whole army. So that was a nice.
Yeah, and the Marines here still being harassing, still being persistent and killing Marines, and it's so close. And there's still 2 Marines remaining. Meanwhile, the drop here, the two medivacs sadly died. And
but they did some damage though.
Yeah, there was also some damage done from Draymond here, but we can see the supply, 110 to 58. So really there was damage done on both sides, but I managed to get out ahead. Yeah,
but you're floating a bit more than he is. Which mean you can create more army if you just like drop 1 or 2 more. Oh, I think you're creating more stuff. Like more building to create armies.
Yeah, it looks like the number of workers is the same. However, there's about 8 times more Marines. which
more
is
Marine.
not usually good odds given war is at its front door.
Now 10 times. By killing 2 Marines almost.
Yeah, but the Planetary Fortress still is hard to beat, so so already we can see a turret going up.
Yeah, if you're waiting for your +2 armor, you should be able to take that down pretty easily with just a stim.
Yeah, and looks like there's one Widow Mine. Is the Widow Mine going to be able to do damage? Oh no, there was
Friendly fire.
And the friendly fire instead. Are the SCVs going to be able to repair the Planetary Fortress? Looks like just barely.
Oh, just barely. Wow.
Yes. So the SCVs. But the Planetary falls. A few Marauders arrived at the back, and the damage was done.
But that's basically enough for you to lose half of your army on that one.
Yeah,
which
definitely.
But the supplies still tell the story.
So Draymond here doing some damage, hanging on, but at this point with the Planetary Fortress falling and the other command center here probably being cancelled soon, the situation is looking very dire.
Yeah, well, he doesn't have any army. He has 17 army, which is probably mines.
Yeah, and
mines.
there we go. He's gonna send in the SCVs, but the SCVs
and
dying
the
on
GG
the
is
spot,
called.
and GG is called. It's gonna be 1-0 here.
Yeah, basically you managed to repulse all of the tentative attacks on your base, and you managed to just hold on, build a big army, and just go through the front door. It's
so Draymond here showing good micro, good harassment, but not the macro. Sadly, was a bit too. There was a bit too much difference in the macro to be able to decide this. So, do we have time for another game? We might have time for game 2 of this series.
So, we might not be able to see game 3.
Indeed.
I'm just teasing. I don't know if there's a game 3 or not.
Yeah, so but it looks like we're going to have time for game 2, or at least, well, if not completing it, maybe forwarding it if necessary.
Yep.
So here is going to be on the map Terraform.
Interesting map. I really like that one.
Yeah, honestly, it's really a favorite. I think it's a very stable map. It's I like how there's calls that are very vulnerable. And I really like the different paths you can take to your opponent's base.
Yep. And that spinning visual of the minimap is pretty. It's like, wow, how can I go through that map? But they managed to put rocks and.
Yeah, I used to think actually that the way of going through that map was to go like through the maelstrom,
the whole
all around the top of the map, then to the center, and then back to the bottom. And I actually shift my worker scouts to go through that.
Seriously?
To go through that because I would fear the workers would get stuck on a wall.
Well, we'll talk about the map just in a few seconds. Let's just present the player. So on the bottom right corner, we have the red Terran from Montreal, yourself as Matsai.
Yep, and on the top left, we have the orange Terran from France. It is Draymond.
And actually, there was something that I kind of like and dislike at the same time is the mining bases around the spinning area. It's like just the mineral blocking the way, for the people not to be able to pass from one place to the other. Yeah. So it's kind of, why would you like to take your base there? Like when you're at your last chance, you will take. Yeah, the gold base is a good idea, but there's a normal base at the in the spinning.
We see you're asking for the planetary at the expansion. And, you know, that was a move that Damien did in the first game, so really to make sure that the expansion had extra defense.
So it did annoy you, and not necessarily annoy you, it's like surprise you. It's like, what?
Well, remember that when the Banshee was doing damage in my base, like if that would have been
command center.
I would have been able to go through and probably like do damage in the base right there.
Yeah, but it's true. It just stopped you because hey, if I start like sniping SCVs, all my army will just die. Like, why would I do that?
Yeah. So in that situation, the planetary did help him quite a lot.
Yep. And maybe not intentionally, but
so we can see here no SCV being put in the gas here from.
Well, you did mine 45.
Yeah. So So this is my regular build. Sorry. So the SCVs got out of the gas and just enough gas for the reactor, and now the command center is gonna start soon enough.
Like
So
the guy know his bill. Is like, please don't judge this. It's like I know what I'm doing. Oh, sorry.
although I did mine 4 too many gas.
Yeah, you
sometimes that happens from time to time.
I think.
Oh, but
is
here
it
the
6
Reaper.
or-
Oh, the Reaper is gonna be. Oh, and the Reaper
Not
is gonna
micro,
be trapped
oh.
and killed. So Draymond here being on top of his scouting timings, bringing the 2 Marines. You'll notice that the 2 Marines were not on the total like border like this. They were a bit back, just enough so that the Reaper
We do
doesn't
the jump
get attacked
animation,
until
yeah.
it's too late.
Yeah.
And so that's very smart here from Draymond managing to prevent the scout. And seeing 3 Marines, what can I think other than maybe he's going all in on one base?
Indeed.
So we see the bunker here making in reaction to this, and the second barracks being placed a bit earlier.
And you didn't manage to scout anything, right? I think just the command
Yeah.
center.
No-
Not the
no
command
scouting was
barrack.
done.
No, not at all. Oh.
So with no information here, I'm going to go for an energy ring bay, planning to make the turret in my main base.
And he's simply going 1-1-1.
Yeah, and he's simply going for 1-1-1. Let's see what he's going to choose. Maybe we're going to have mines, mine drops, banshees. There's tons of options here with this starport and factory combination.
I think it's the reactor on the wall. If you go just a bit lower. Okay,
That's
so
the
it's
tech lab.
Tech lab. So it's going Banshee.
Yeah. So Banshee again. Banshee that was successful in the first game, managing to get a
Oh,
few kills.
oh, what? He's going medevac on a tech lab.
Oh, it looks like in the end he decides to go for the.
Oh, maybe he's
Yeah,
going.
that's
Well,
peculiar.
he could start maybe searching for cloak, do the medevac, do a mine drop, and then come back with a cloak Banshee.
Yeah,
But-
or the other options on one base are sometimes going for either Cloak Banshee or a Raven. Sometimes you see a Raven being taken defensively.
True. And you scout that, and you're but you
Oh,
see
yeah,
the
I'm
medevacs. You're
scouting
like,
the
oh no,
medevac,
he's
yeah.
going Banshees. Oh no,
Yeah,
there's
so
a
that,
medevac
so that
coming out.
timing really was a saver. So now I know that he's not expanding and he's going one base. But seeing the starport with the tech lab, I'm thinking Banshees. So
Yeah.
I'm making turrets in my main and at my expansion. Again, going for the standard bio. So the question is, am I going to be able to defend against this aggression here from Draymond?
Yeah, but the question is also why change something that works? So you're doing the same thing, but it does work. Why change it?
Yeah,
It's always
indeed.
a winning build. So
Yeah, so here a supply depot for scouting purposes being placed. Not sure where to expect the attack. So I was thinking, since I scouted the medevac, he won't drop at the back of the base. I was wrong. And see, with the first SCVs are dying already. So 1, 2, 3. Oh, but the SCVs are running up. Is he gonna manage to get a few? Oh, he managed to get damage on it, but he lost the alien for it. So
and he's focusing
he
the
managed to do a
supply
bit of
depot.
damage. Managed to cancel the supply depot, so I'm supply blocked now. And that's going to be supply blocked for a while because no supply depot is making. So good damage for Draymond here.
Yep,
And
but he's
he-
still behind in worker lead.
Yeah, but how, like, again, he's still on one base, so he still has to do more damage than this. And we see the Banshee,
It's
but
just
the
basic-
cloak not quite done. The medevac
Oh,
is
nice.
going to be killed.
Nice snipe.
So the medevac, with the medevac snipe like this, the alien died, and there's enough Marines here to hold the Banshee away, while the Banshee is doing a bit of damage here. So really, Draymond has a CC in the back of this already. Oh, sorry, my bad. He already had a CC making in the back, so was not all in, or he was not that pressured into making damage.
And that was some. Oh,
Look at this. Yeah, the
Yeah,
range
sorry.
of the detection of the turret always very close. It's really, you have to be careful. But here we see Draymond's good micro, being able to pick one marine at a time. Meanwhile, I'm still supply blocked, losing marines. So really, Draymond is bringing the game up to me.
I think you're getting a bit like distracted. It's like, oh damn, I have the Banshee. Hey, your supply block. Your supply block.
Yeah,
Your supply
definitely
block.
taking care of the Banshee more than the supply depots, and that Banshee did a lot of damage. You notice that the SCVs were brought to the expansion; they were not brought back fast. I wonder if they're even still there. Yeah, most of them are
22 and
probably still
24,
there. So really distracted by this harass here. There's sufficient harass from Draymond. He was gonna move out on the base with a few aliens.
But you managed to take down the Banshee, which is
Yeah,
good.
managed to take down one Banshee, and the turret it was placed to the north of the expansion, so that hold position can sometimes. Oh, but he moves in range.
Oh.
And the Banshee dies. That's really too bad. But the Banshee. Oh, but there's still there's a lot of.
And there's
look at
some-
SCVs here.
yeah,
oh my
exactly.
god.
Ouch.
A lot of SCVs
wow.
are dying, and the Marines. There's not enough Marines to kill the aliens fast.
Wow.
There, the Marines are coming back, but there was
Only 9.
9 workers killed in this game. That's still, I think there was about 6 killed in this
Yeah.
situation. So,
And another 3 on the first one. So.
given that it was 3 aliens, it's kind of close.
And a
But,
Banshee that was.
But right now,
didn't do
what's the
anything.
worker count looking like? There's
35 to 32.
35 to 32. All right, so the macro here, not quite catching up with the number of kills got there. But it's still a very close game now.
He wants to mine that rock. Let him do it, please. Come on. It's useless.
Yeah,
But-
it is a rock. Why shouldn't SCVs not be able to mine the whole,
And he's not able to
the
scout
whole
that.
map?
Oh, what?
But the SCV was spotted.
But you scouted because you were in the bush. Okay.
Yeah. And there we go. So the aliens are going to be surrounded. There we go.
Nice
One alien
pick up.
falls.
Yeah.
And the Marines are going to be able to maybe take out the second alien, annoying aliens. So I'm going to attack at the fronts. Meanwhile, those Marines are going to be able to intercept the aliens.
And you have a small advantage also on the upgrades, by the way. You have +1 done, and the +2, +1 armor is almost done.
Yeah, a bit in the lead. So
Yep.
if +1 armor, well, +1, like right now the upgrades are exactly tied, and we can see the +1
Yep.
armor leading, being an advance for me. But the macro of Draymond is really leading right now, while I'm not macroing at all. So Draymond here. Using the planetary fortress again to his advantage, because there wasn't enough defense if there was no planetary fortress there.
And you're still supply block, and you're still not building any supply depot. You really like to be supply block.
There seems to be a problem with this. So here, a lot of minerals was packed behind this. So in reaction to this, I'm gonna go. You know what? I don't need just one command center. I'll make 3.
What?
I decided to make 3 command centers out of the 1,500 minerals I had.
Well, that escalated quickly.
And if you'll notice in my production in the main base, the great disruption that was caused with Damier, I have a lot of barracks because I forgot my factory. My factory is right now still making at 13 minutes in the game.
Wow. Okay, so that's
So
why
it's
you were
really
not
late. Yeah.
you were not steaming because
And
you're
right now
like, hey,
can
I don't
start
have any
2-2
video
because I don't have an armory, because I don't have a factory. So really, and right now the 4 gases are being made. So really, there's a lot of Marines for me, but they're stimmed, and a bit of them are damaged.
But in terms of army, you still have a lot, the biggest lead because you're creating a lot of marine.
Yeah, since I was late on the gas because of the harass, I did not put CVs back in the gas in the main. I had too much Marines, too much minerals, so I decided to just go for 7 barrack.
That was an important game for you, right?
Yeah, so but there we go. I'm gonna move out
Yep.
on the map. And does Draymond have enough? He has an SCV here to scout the attack, and I'm not even gonna attack it. Oh, we see one Hellion here still making damage at the back,
Nicely
being
managed.
annoying.
Yep. No, but you did manage. You had some army there, and it didn't do any damage.
Yeah.
So that was a pretty nice move.
Yeah, but we see here Draymond starting the planetary fortress at the 3rd. But the planetary fortress, is it going to be ended in time? There's so much army.
Well,
If all of the SCVs would be able to repair it, there's 2 Widow Mines that could also do damage to my army. Oh, but the Widow Mines barely dodged here.
Well, the thing is,
Oh, but the Widow Mines are going to do... Oh my god, they're going to be in
Ouch.
range. And
Oh,
there we
oh,
go.
the
But there's still enough. And the planetary is not done yet.
this is the +1/+1. The +2 armor, +1 armor. You didn't die because of that, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, and now the planetary is gonna be killed right before. So the timing was clutch. If that planetary fortress would have been repaired and done, this would have done a lot more damage to the army. But now my damaged army is gonna be able to, well, stay there, deny the 3rd. And
But
even though I have no medevacs,
The thing is, you didn't knew that there was a 3rd there. It's just an SCV
not
that
at the start.
yeah.
Yeah, I did send a scout there to know if there was a to kill the 3rd.
Okay.
When I saw especially that there was not much
Okay.
in the expansion.
Okay.
But right now the army, it seems I'm keeping my army in the front, so maybe this will give leave to Draymond to do a bit of damage.
But the thing is, you have a huge advantage. It's like a Terran on 5 base against a Terran on 2 base. That's a huge advantage.
Yeah, and it looks like +1 defense, +2 defense is starting for Draymond. Meanwhile, +2 attack is starting for me. So we both have similar upgrades. And Draymond
that's
here,
exactly
those
the
2 Marines are
position,
gonna be able
yeah.
to kill the turret and to kill the... Oh, but the Marines here are coming to try to help. But Marauders are not very effective against Marines, so they're going to kill 1, 2, 3. But Draymond is going to be able to go back with that. And one other drop is going to be able to be... is going to be scouted. Does Draymond know about the expansions and the corners of the map, though? Does Draymond have the vision?
I'm pretty sure you didn't scout those.
Yeah, so he doesn't know that there's a few more orbital commands being made. Um, so he's probably surprised at this point that there's no third at this position too, or fourth, but there was none meant to be. There's already the fifth done.
And you're going for +1 attack while he's going +2 attack while he's going for +2 defense.
Yeah,
which is
so those of which should pretty much cancel themselves out. Oh, and is the CC gonna be able to be cancelled? There we go. So the CC is cancelled. So this is pretty important in the game because to keep up in macro, Draymond has to be able to be on 3 or 4 bases. And looks like he's gonna send his CC, but the CC is attacked by the
and he's not
Marines.
reacting enough.
He did not scout, and the army is still there. And now he's going to be able to try to repair the CC. This is a very key CC. He saves it. And that's important because he has to go on 3 bases soon. Now I'm taking back my 5th expansion.
And you already took your 5th expansion. I think you're
No, but taking back the 3rd round.
Oh, okay. Sorry. And Draymond is not doesn't have any steam. Doesn't have steam. So that's a huge deal, though.
Yeah. So
this is super late for him.
Yeah, so there we go. Is he going to be able to do damage? No, he sees the Widow Mines. The Widow Mines are a mission to deny all the commands. So...
and you sniped this?
Oh, the boost right in time.
Pick up and follow him. Pick up and follow. Oh, okay.
And there we go. Oh, but he's going to be able to scout this. Now he knows. He sees that the expansion was made to mine a bit more gas.
Highly saturated with 2 workers in each of the gas, so it's pretty...
and all the mules being placed in the face of Draymond. I'm not sure if I remember if it was to BBM or to mine.
Well,
but, looks like Draymond's army is gonna move in and try to do a bit of damage. So Draymond has medivacs, which I only have 2, but there's too much Marines here. Draymond can't really kill this. Oh, and the army was sent with the command center, but the command center was not called back. So this is a small micro mistake, but it could cost a lot.
Right now, you have a huge difference just in the supply. Like, you're almost maxed out, and he's like just barely...
things are looking great for Draymond here in his game too.
You're always denying the 3rd base, so he's like... and he's trying to drop to do some damage, but you're always denying that too. It's like, your position is always in a better place, and you're not reacting to that at all.
On hold position command here to make the... So Draymond is going to be able to advance, but there's more reinforcements coming for me, and he's going to go back behind his planetary fortress.
Without knowing, you had a better concave than him.
Yeah. Well, it turned out it was a good move. So now, right now, the planetary fortress is defending, and the army of Draymond is coming, but there's reinforcements coming, and there's so many SCVs that the planetary fortress refuses to die.
But you have Marauders, so it should take care of it, yeah.
And the planetary will fall, and it looks like the situation is all the more dire. So
but he managed to drop your supply really low, so he's well, I don't think he has enough army though.
That army did a lot of damage,
and he has 3 Vikings.
Yeah, but the Ninja expands here.
Really good against the Marauders.
Still unscouted, and it looks like Draymond here persisting, still in the game, still wants to do damage.
But you're on top of the production, so you cannot...
But at this point, it's going to be very hard. And there we go for a final SC push. And that choke point, that's
the perfect place. Drop the Viking down, please.
Oh, there we go. And 4 mines.
And it's going to be the...
SCVs. Oh, there we go. Yeah, just 1 attack. But yeah, the command center here attacking, and Draymond he's trying to have a few medevacs at the back of his base to come back, and there we go, we have the GG.
That's GG. Well,
so well played, very well played games by Draymond here.
And
as we remind, that was a gold against Diamond League. So
yep, he did a pretty nice defense. Yep. With the planetary fortress at the expansion, which but it is working.
To be a good character.
Yeah, it is working
against my attack.
Yeah.
Yep.
So why not? Like, if it's working, if it's removing the other player to attack you, well, cool. I'm dropping, and he's not gonna try to push on that planetary fortress.
Yeah. Yeah. They went in repair, and once it goes to the max health, it stops.
But he didn't toggle the auto repair. Yeah, that's true.
But well, the auto repair sometimes they repair the other SCVs. That's why it's annoying.
Well, it's not necessarily a bad thing sometimes. Maybe.
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
As long as you have enough.
Yeah.
But yeah, looks like we're done for today.
Yep.
So we're gonna be done. So from Group 1, we have the 2 casters moving out. So me and David Gadouri.
Yep.
With me in first place. From Group 4, we have Joker going out in first place.
What is going to be cast on next Friday? Just to make
So
sure.
on next Friday, we're going to have a decider game for second place of Group 2.
Okay, so
And
just to
maybe
make sure
other small games, yeah.
so just make sure that we don't spoil those.
We're not spoiling those.
Okay.
Yeah. And from Group 3, we're sadly not going to have replays. So what happened in Group 3 was Simon Gastin and Jean-François Deschamps won the group. Jean-François Deschamps in first place. So the runner-up from last season, well, from the Montreal tournament. And Simon Gastin in second place. So I'm definitely looking forward to the qualified players from Group 3 because I think they're two of the players that are most likely to win the tournament.
Yep, that's going to be pretty nice games.
Yep.
And now we're getting in the soon we'll be getting in the big part of the tournament if I'm not
round
mistaken.
of 8, which will be played actually next week, and we should be able to cast it live if everything goes well. So we're gonna have this. Okay, so the dates, by the way, the dates keep changing sadly, but we're doing our best here to keep your news. If you're wondering when is the next stream, just go on our channel. Or on the tournament of the schedule of the games and the Twitch account should be up to date on that. So it's going to be next Friday. It's not going to be tomorrow. It's going to be this Friday for the last qualifier games. And then Monday, we're going to have a live stream of the first game of the quarterfinals, which we can already say who it is because those two players qualified. It's going to be Joker Love against Simon Gastin against Darker Days. So two players very likely, I think, well, to win a tournament. They both say they can beat diamond players on the ladder. So even though they're currently, well, I believe one is high platinum, one is high diamond. It should be a very interesting game. So tune in next Monday, but also Friday.
A matchup not to miss.
Mm-hmm.
So
and there we go.
I guess that's all for today.
Yep, that is going to be all for today.
So see you on Friday, same time.
Yeah, I believe same time, noon EDT.
So
thank you for attending.
Thank you for watching.
See you next time.